Hi, I'm Cathy Williamson with the Kentucky Career Center, and this is Issues and Insights. And today my guest is Aundra Jackson. She said it's like Sandra with an A, so it's Aundra Jackson. And Ms. Jackson, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you come from.
Well, my name is Aundra Jackson, like you said. Originally native of Evergreen, Alabama.
Okay.
The military, of course, brought me to Fort Knox in 1977.
Okay.
So Kentucky is almost like home now. Mm-hmm. We left here in 80. We went to Germany until 83. Returned back in 83, and I've been here since then. Yeah. I'm married to retired Master Sergeant Larry Jackson. We have 4 adult children, all graduated from North Hardin High School.
There you go. All right.
And we have, I always say, 2 bonus sons, which is Ken and Christopher, and a bonus daughter, Sheena. And then we have 3 grandchildren, Zoe, Ashton, and Jackson.
Good for you. Sounds like, and a lot of us are transplants because of Fort Knox. And so currently you are the city councilwoman for the city of Radcliff.
Yes.
And so I appreciate you serving the city and helping them with things. And so today what we want to talk about is some of the holiday events that the city of Radcliff has coming, coming up with the holidays. The first one we're going to talk about is the 2022 Festivals of Trees.
Yes.
Now that's at the Calvin Community Center.
Yes.
And probably by the time this airs, you won't be able to add trees. But I've actually walked around and saw the trees, and they're beautiful. And so different community groups, different associations can put the trees up.
Different organizations.
Yes. Does that. And you were saying earlier before we came online that the idea is the tree at the city hall gets lit up, and then you come down past the police station, and then all of the beautiful trees at the Calvin Community Center all get lit up, and that kind of gets us in the spirit of Christmas. And so all of these trees, they're up on the first floor of the Calvin Community Center. And I understand there's a voting you can do.
Yes.
You can put in a vote as to the one you like the best. So tell us how that works.
Yes. All the trees are going to be numbered from 1 to the largest number.
Okay.
And as you go around and look at the different trees, you will be able to choose the number that you think is the most prettiest. And you put it on your card, and you put it in a little box. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the time, what they would do is tally up all the numbers to see which tree is the winner.
Okay, and that's going to happen on December the 5th, I think.
Yes.
They're going to announce the one that was
the winner. Yes.
The winner. That's cool, because that's kind of a little competition, but a little camaraderie at the same time as to whose tree wins. Is there an organization who has traditionally won, or does it kind of change?
It changes each year. It never is the same, because we feel like we need to be fair.
Okay.
So if one is great each year, because I have one that I feel is great every year.
Okay.
But if they always win each year, they never give anyone else another chance.
And it's a blind vote. The community gets to come in.
That's right.
And it's a great place for you to bring the children, the grandchildren that you were talking about.
Yes, and also, Santa will be there.
Okay.
And they will be able to take pictures with Santa and tell Santa what they want for Christmas.
Okay.
And so therefore, that's an added plus.
Yeah, so that's the Festival of Trees. Mm-hmm. So the next thing we'll talk about is the Santa's Workshop. And that happens on December the 3rd, and it's at the Calvin Community Center, like you just said. And it's from 9 to 4. So tell us what's going on at Santa's Workshop there at the Calvin Community Center.
At the workshop, they just have a lot of different things going on. I think that's the day. We also have the breakfast with the Optimist Club.
Okay.
And that is, I believe, from 9 to 11. Mm-hmm. And so there's a cost for that if they want to have pancakes and sausage. And that would be downstairs.
Okay.
So therefore, they're able to come in. The adult price is $5, and children 10 and under is $3.
Okay, so the idea is to get there early, come in for the pancake breakfast, and then go look at the trees, and then come back and visit with not only Santa that's there, but I also understand, is it Mrs. Claus that does some
Mrs.
some
Claus
craft and
will
some
be
fun?
there with kids downstairs as well. She have crafts, she have coloring, whatever, a lot of things that the kids enjoy doing. So they're able to get there and do some of the crafts and stuff that Mrs. Claus will have for them for, I believe, 12 to 2.
Okay.
And so they are able to see Mrs. Claus and do those activities.
And do the crafts and stuff. Okay. And so again, you've got the craft fun, then you've got the activities with Miss Claus. So, and the craft fun runs till 4 o'clock. So you could stay there all day long.
You sure can.
And have some type of activity going on, so that, again, this is a great chance to get the kids into the Christmas spirit.
Yes.
So that's the Santa's Workshop, and that's on December the 3rd from 9 to 4 at the Cobbin Community Center. And other than the cost of breakfast, there's no cost for any of
Everything is free.
Of these activities. All right, so that's our first two. The next one I have is the tree lighting at the City Hall. So tell me about that and what goes on there.
Oh, that is beautiful. It is like magic in the wind. They begin to light from City Hall, which is on Lincoln Trail. So everyone gather at the City Hall.
Okay.
And then the light match one button and everything start lighting up. The trees, all of the lights on the ground, from the City Hall to the outreach building to the police station, all the way to Cobbin Community Center. And then all of the lights eventually are all lit up, which is a beautiful sight.
And what time of the day this happens at 6 o'clock in the
In
afternoon?
the evening, so if it's dark, then you see the lights.
That's right.
You know,
That's
that's when we do that.
So what is this, wearing your ugly sweater? Is that what we're supposed to be doing to come
Wear
see the
your
tree light
ugly
up?
sweater. It used to be a contest, but they said they're not letting it be a contest. It's just a party of ugly sweaters.
So this is a chance to take pictures and make fun of each other in our ugly sweaters.
You know, I went out to buy an ugly sweater, I thought one time, but I did not win.
You invested money in a sweater and knowing it was ugly, and it still didn't win.
It did not win. So I was like, oh my goodness. I said, well, maybe I should wear this sweater. My kids said, well, Mom, why are you wearing that ugly sweater? Oh, okay, I could have won with them.
Yeah.
Yes, so everyone is invited to wear their most ugly sweater and come and join into the festival of lighting the city up, looking at the festival of trees at the community center, and walking around with their ugly sweater.
Well, there's a whole industry that is nothing but ugly sweaters. There's some folks making a lot of money off of people with their ugly sweaters. And you know, Miss Jackson, the thing is, at 6 o'clock on December the 2nd, you probably need a sweater.
You do.
You could layer it under some of the other clothes you have on if you're going to be outside in the weather. So whether it's ugly or not, as long as it's good and warm.
Got you warm.
Got you warm, and that's probably a good thing to have on with the ugly sweater. All right, so then after that, the next event I have is the old-fashioned Christmas at the cabins.
Yes.
So tell me about what that
That
is.
is
and how
fun as well. We get our hot cocoa, apple cider hot, because it's really cold then.
Yeah.
So therefore, we all gather there, though, to go and look at the different decoration that's at Saunders Spring. Mm-hmm. That's where our cabins are at, and it's right off of Wilson Road.
Okay.
So therefore, we gather there to sing carols sometimes, and Santa will be there as well.
Okay.
So the kids are still being involved in preparing and getting ready for Christmas.
So is it one of the first cabins? How many cabins are at Saunders Springs
It's
there?
2 on the front.
So this
So
is
it's
going
right
to be
there.
happening in the front.
That's
Is there
correct.
anything back going into the back, or is it just
Just the front.
just
the
coming
first
into
2.
the front there? And so again, Santa's going to be there, so you can bring your cameras.
Yes.
You can get your kids up in his lap, and he can be
Yeah,
they can be telling him
if
what
we
they
can,
want for
if we
Christmas.
can get them warm enough in the cabin, it's be kind of cold in there,
Oh, there's no
but it's
heat
still
and
good.
stuff. Yeah, so you wear
we
your
tried.
ugly sweater there as well, don't you?
Might help you out.
Yeah, you just kind of get bundled up. But that's cool. You know, wouldn't it be great if we had some snow?
Oh, we hope they hold back.
Well, okay.
Because we have to change that date if it starts raining.
Okay, well, you know, it makes it, again, unfortunately, we don't live in the part of the country that gets a lot of snow. And, you know, we see these Christmas movies and they've all got all the snow and it really helps you get into the mood and such. But so again, this is December the 9th and there is
That's
a
correct.
rain date of
Yes.
December the 10th.
Correct.
In case, because if it's raining and wet and sloshy,
It's
you know,
not
you really
good.
don't want the kids there. So there will be hot chocolate
Yes. And usually we have the hot apple cider.
and the hot apple.
So that just keeps you a little bit warm.
Okay. Well, that, you know, again, that's in the spirit of Christmas and what's going on. And how many folks do you usually have at something like that? Do you have any
Ooh, I
idea?
cannot remember. It'd be a lot because most of the people park. We don't come up in where the cabinets are. We park across the street
Oh, okay.
and then walk across because we
Okay.
have police presence there. And so they're able to guide everybody across the street safely. And then when it's time to go, then they help secure people back to their cars.
Yeah, there's a good sized parking lot across the
Across
street.
the street.
So that's a good place for everybody to know to do that you're going to park over
Yes.
there, and then the police are going to help you come across the street
that's
to the
correct.
cabins. Well, that makes sense because I was thinking there's not any parking once you get into Saunders Springs until you get further back.
That's correct.
And that way, yeah, that makes sense that you park there and come across the street. So then the next thing I have here is, and I didn't know about this one, this is the City of Radcliffe's 5th annual house decorating contest. Now tell me about this and how I can enter. I don't live in Radcliffe, and you do have to live in Radcliffe.
Yes.
You told me that. But tell me about this competition, and I can imagine communities get all kind of involved in this and decorate their house. Tell me about this one.
It is a decoration of your homes, and they have to contact Carvin Community Center or go to Radcliffe Recreation.org and be able to put in that they wanted to be a part of the Christmas tree. And there are rules that they have to follow. They have to make sure, because you don't know what day they're going to go around looking at the houses.
Okay.
So therefore, your house have to be available those dates. And when they come around, and they will be able to look at your decoration and judge first, second, and third place.
Yeah, and I even see on the flyer here they're going to the categories for judging are the most traditional,
Yes.
the most creative, and the best use of lights.
Yes.
Now, some folks, I don't know how they pay their electric bill after Christmas, because some folks can absolutely have lights everywhere, and they're gorgeous.
Absolutely.
They're gorgeous, but I'm always thinking, my gosh, what does that light bill look like after Christmas? And we're going to put all of this telephone number for the Calvin Community
Yes.
Center on the screen at the end of this conversation, so that everyone will know the number to
Yes.
call. So again, and you guys have been doing this for 5 years.
5 years.
And so I can imagine that you've seen some really beautiful decorations.
They are beautiful.
And folks have really gotten into it. Again, this is a community kind of event. This is something that neighborhoods could start a competition against other neighborhoods, and neighbors against neighbors, and that's the kind of camaraderie to the community. And so I didn't even know this was going on. So it says that they're going to announce the winner on December the 19th, so that gets pretty close to Christmas time for that. So again, if you're interested in having your house judged as part of this, you'll need to call the Calvin Community Center, tell them that you are decorating your house, and then they'll give you the set of rules as to what you can and can't do and those sorts of things at that time. With what we've been with in the last couple of years, you know, this getting out and getting Christmas in our heart again is something. And so looks like if you live in the Radcliffe area, that there's all sorts of opportunities to get out and be a part of the community and bring the kids and the grandkids, and Radcliff does a really great job with all of that.
Yes.
So I think, have we covered all of the events?
We have.
Okay. 2023. Oh my gosh, there I look down at it. And this is the first event that the City of Radcliff has in 2023.
Yes.
And tell me what that event is and what that's all about.
We are getting ready to celebrate our 12th annual Mayor's Breakfast.
Mayor's Breakfast, yes ma'am. Okay, so that's January the 28th from 9 to 11 at the Colvin Community Center. And again, this is free to the community. Everyone is invited. And it even talks about what food's going to be. There's going to be sausage biscuits, fruit cups, ham biscuits, pastries, breakfast casseroles, sausage and gravy, coffee bar, and juices. So it sounds like it's a full breakfast. It got, the mayor goes way out to serve us breakfast and have us come and enjoy that. And again, so for 12 years, this has been going on. I can imagine there's a pretty good sized crowd that comes into
this. It's a community event as well.
Mm-hmm.
So different organization brings in and shares along with the mayor.
Okay.
It's not just the mayor, it's his breakfast.
It's his breakfast.
But the community
okay.
do that together.
Okay. So what other organizations might be there? Women's Club and Rotary and Lions
the DAV.
The DAV is there, okay.
And then we have, it's everybody.
So do these organizations get an opportunity to tell the attendees what they have going on and that sort of thing as well?
No, we just all get there, and everybody, some might be doing grits.
Oh, okay. So they all bring.
So everybody bring what they want to bring.
For the food.
The mayor usually have what he's going to bring. And
okay.
We as a DAVA, we bring what we're going to bring.
Okay.
You might have the Women's Club, as you mentioned.
Okay.
We have the Democratic women, the Republican Party, just everybody that's the different
contributes to that. And so, again, this is free to the community, and there'll be advertisement about that. I know it makes the paper and it makes the local news.
It is on Facebook for the city government.
The city government's Facebook page. Okay. All right. And so, again, the mayor, J.J. Duvall, does this and invites everyone to come in. So
yes.
And again, it's going to be, is this number, this 3514?
That's Colvin Community Center.
That's the same number for Colvin Community Center. So it sounds like you can contact the Colvin Community Center, and they know what's going on
in the city
during these holidays. And so that's how you would get the information. I can remember, Ms. Jackson, years ago, there used to be a parade. And my motorcycle group used to have a motorcycle in the parade.
Oh.
So I guess you guys don't do your City of Radcliff.
Well, we're not doing it this year.
You're not doing the parade this year. Because that was always a lot of fun for us to get there. And good many of our members of our group lived in Radcliff. And so we would decorate our motorcycles and put the lights on them and all of that to put them in the parade. So again, I just remembered that was something we were able to do. Okay, so it sounds like we've covered all of the events that are going on. I'm sorry you're having troubles this morning.
I've gotten too hot.
It's the weather and those sorts of things. But I sure do appreciate you taking time to come in and visit with us.
Thank you for having us to give you what we got going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we say the north side of the city
of Hardin County.
Of Hardin County.
There you go. Absolutely. So that's our segment of issues and insights. Again, we're going to put all of the telephone numbers, the telephone number for the Colvin Community Center, and you're welcome to contact Colvin Community Center and get information on all of these events. And I'm going to go through them one more time real quickly. The City of Radcliff's 2022 Festivals of Trees is going on now. It's on the upper floor of the Calvin Community Center. You can go in and see the trees and vote on the one you like the best. On December the 3rd from 9 to 4 p.m. it's Santa's Workshop. Again, it's at Calvin Community Center. There's going to be a pancake breakfast if you're interested in participating in that. There's a $5 fee for adults and $3 for children 10 and under. There's also a craft fair going on, and Mrs. Claus is going to be there at that event. That's Santa's Workshop on December the 3rd. The next one I have is December the 2nd. It is the tree lighting at City Hall. It starts at 6 p.m. and it's again, the tree will be lit, and then the lights will go down that way all the way to the Calvin Community Center, and that's the one where you get to wear your ugly Christmas sweater. So again, that's December the 2nd at 6 p.m. The next one I have is December the 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Saunders Springs. This is where Santa Claus is going to be at the cabins. You can bring your children and see Santa Claus. Bring your cell phone to take pictures of the kids getting to tell Santa all they want for Christmas. And sometimes, Miss Jackson, their lists are pretty long.
Very long.
They get to be very long, don't they? But again, that's from 6 to 8 p.m. on December the 9th. If there is rain that night, it'll go the next day from the same time from 6 to 8 p.m. And again, you park across the street, and the law enforcement helps you get across the street. The next one I have is the 5th annual house decorating contest that's going on. They're going to be judging on the most traditional, the most creative, and the best use of lights. If you're interested in having your house in that house decorating contest, again, you contact the Calvin Community Center. They'll give you all of the guidelines, and they'll put your house on the list as to the ones that are going to be judged. And last but not least, by any means, is the 12th annual Radcliff's Mayor's Community Breakfast. It's Saturday, January the 28th, 2023. We are there from 9 to 11, again, at Calvin Community Center. So a lot of things going on. But again, appreciate you coming in and visiting with us and giving us all of this information. I'm Cathy Williamson with Issues and Insight, and that's our segment for today.